So today we're going to get right into our March wrap-up. This is going to be a pretty short video because I literally only finished 3 books this month, which was my goal. I am excited that I hit 3, a little disappointed that I didn't get more. It's just the way time went, that's how it ended up. Anyway, the first book I'm going to start with is an ebook. I actually got an e-arc of this, which was my first arc of any type. I have to say ebooks are not my thing. Like, I don't really like them, only because I don't like reading on my phone. It kind of bothers my eyes and I feel like I can't get into stuff as much. But this one was, hold on, I gotta pull it up. This is Fredrik Backman's new book, which is called Things My Son Needs to Know About the World. And I will put a picture of the cover up here beside me. If you're looking for something that is like really deep and like life-changing and like super thought-provoking like some of his other books, this is not gonna be your cup of tea probably. I wouldn't say that like the prose in this is as like deep-thoughted, I guess. I don't really know how to explain it. This is more of like a funny memoir. It kind of reminds me of like a parenting blog post. I thought it was funny. I thought it was relatable. I think I gave it 3.5 but rounded it to 4 because I did enjoy the book. But did I think it was something super magical and special? Not necessarily. There were definitely some like quotes in the book that I connected with and that I enjoyed, and there were some like, oh my goodness, there's something in my eye. Sorry, that was like, if there's like a weird shift in this video or if I'm in a different spot or my eye is super watery, I don't know what just happened. I don't even know what was in it, but all of a sudden it was just like watering and felt like there was something in it. Anyway, as I think I was saying, there were some parts in the book, like I feel like the theme of like loving people and being kind are definitely things that I connected with, because that's definitely something that I really try to drive home with my kids. And also just like some references from back when he was younger and how things have changed, and I feel old that I'm finally connecting with stuff like that with other people. But it's true, things have changed, and I did have a really fun time reading this book. I read it in, like I started it one night, finished it the next day. It was super quick. I don't know how many actual pages the book is supposed to be, but I read it super fast. I chuckled, I thought it was fun, but there wasn't anything like super heavy or like deep about it. It was more just like a funny, silly, like kind of like little notes he probably wrote to his kid and then decided to publish them. That's kind of the feel I got from it. I feel like I'm not talking it up very well, but if you like that kind of thing, just sort of like a memoir laid back style, you might like that. I thought it was funny, but I don't think it was like this great, amazing work. The next book that I have here is The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson. This is one I really can't say much about. It's the 3rd book in a series. It's really, really good. I loved it. I gave all 3 books in this series 5 stars. I thought they were all great. If you're thinking you might enjoy it, definitely try it. Pick up the first one, see how it goes. I loved all 3 books. I would say the second one was, I don't know, I feel like the second one was probably my favorite when I think back on it, because but also this one had my favorite character in it as well. So I don't know how to explain that without spoilers, but I loved them all. I thought they were a great friendship group. Just tons of good stuff, all packed into 3 decently sized books. The last book that I have for my wrap-up today is A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. This one was a reread. The first time I read this was 2013, so about 6 years ago. That's crazy that it's been that long. I loved this. I totally forgot how much, and I've said this a couple of times, I know, but I totally forgot how much I loved this the first time around. I loved all the different characters. I love how even my favorite characters are still like, they still have flaws. Everyone in this story, every single character has flaws. Even my most favorite character has flaws, which looking back I had forgotten because I just like love this character so much. But I definitely realized upon a reread that he definitely still has some things that he needs to work on with his character. Anyway, I absolutely love this. I feel like I don't even know how to summarize. There's just so much that goes on in this story. It's very politically driven, obviously. It's all of these people trying to become kings, or the king, to take this throne. It is just, there's so much going on. There are so many layers to each character. Even the bad ones, some, I wouldn't say in this book, I feel bad I wouldn't say in this book I felt bad for all of the bad characters, but there are definitely some characters who are like rotten, or at least seem like rotten to the core, and then there's like that silver lining of humanity that makes you like still kind of pull for them even though you shouldn't. Like the way he's written these characters, at least to me, I love them. They are all flawed, and even like the ones that are the most flawed, like the bad guys, some of them even have like a redeeming quality to them. I wouldn't say all, because there's someone in this book who like I just despise beyond anything, and there were no redeeming qualities with that person. Anyway, I just really, really loved this book. I don't know how to say enough about it. I am going to film a book talk on this, so you guys can see, anybody who has read the book can see like all of my thoughts and feelings, because it's going to be full of spoilers. But I just absolutely love this story and can't wait to finish the series on the reread. Anyway, that's all I've got for my wrap up for March. March was not the greatest. Well, actually, no. March was a good reading month, rating wise, like 2 5-stars and a 4-star. I didn't even get to Winter of the Worlds. I read like 20 pages of that yesterday, and I read 100 pages of A Little Life, and I need to finish that ASAP because I liked it a lot and I really wanted to finish it, but I just decided to put everything into this one instead and get one of my giant books like off the roster because I just had too much going on at one time. Anyway guys, that is all I have for this wrap up. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell if you want to be notified of future uploads, and I will talk to you all soon. Thanks so much. Bye!